Hey everyone, QUEERVEE here, playing the fun game of how many times will it take for me to forget to not have my mic plugged in, for me to actually make sure my mic is plugged in before I start recording. Oh my god. I've recorded so many things so many times without my mic plugged in, you guys. It's really bad. But alright, anyways, here's the Paletteful Packs prompts video for February. I know it's March, just bear with me, it's okay. I did half of this in February, which is the first part, which is you see me bookbinding. I am making a watercolor sketchbook out of the paper that we got in the Paletteful Packs box for February, the watercolor paper by Strathmore. And since like pretty much the biggest size square I could make was 3.5 by 3.5. That's what I went with because squares are the best and every other size of paper is wrong. No, I'm just kidding. But for me, I like squares. I don't know what it is, but squares are the best and I will not use any other sketchbook. So I wanted to make a watercolor sketchbook, and this isn't really like a tutorial. I will leave a link below to C. Lemon's tutorial, which isn't the first bookbinding tutorial that I ever watched, but I don't actually know which the first one I watched was because it was so many years ago that I learned this. But to refresh my mind, I actually did watch this one because Tiramisu linked it in her video, which I'll also link hers below. Tiramisu did a bookbinding video as well. She also has really pretty paper for her cover. The paper that I used was from this like paisley pack that I got from like Benjamin Franklin's. It's like a craft store like years and years ago, so it was a long time ago. But I really like it. It's really pretty, and so I decided to do that as my top cover. And I actually did a practice book first, and instead of doing like a formal cover, I just did watercolor paper so that you could kind of like paint your own cover. And I decided to give that to Artemystik Kate. If you guys watch her, you would have seen her unbox that in her little art supply box from me that I sent her a bunch of fun stuff. So yeah, I thought she would like that. And I have so much paper, so I thought I'd share. But yeah, I like the one that I made for myself as well. The cover, I Mod Podged the paper over top of a Paletteful Packs box. I cut up a Paletteful Packs box, so that's, if you saw a glimpse of that in the first few moments, yeah, that's what I was using. And for the watercolor paper, I just made, my signatures were of 2, so the signatures are basically, what that means is, so if you look in here, like each one of these is a signature, and each one of these only has 4 pages, but 2 like folded pages in here because that's all I could really fit as one signature. Like, since watercolor paper is so thick, like usually you would do more than 2 for a signature because 2 is just like not that much. But that's if you're using regular paper. Like I made this like little notebook a long time ago, and it has a bunch of like fun paper in it. It actually has like a piece of the same paisley paper, if I can find it, that is on that cover. And yeah, this I just made like years ago, and it's just like for gaming stuff. Like when I'm gaming, I write down stuff in it. But yeah, so it's really easy. It's called Coptic stitch binding, and it's really easy. Like, it might look a little complicated, but all you're doing is like looping thread around previous stitches and like putting it into the holes that you made. You have to like make holes, and I don't have like the bookbinding tool that people usually use to make holes with, so I just do it with my needle. Like, I just poke through with my needle, and that works for me. Sometimes I sort of like move it around to make the hole a little bigger, but you don't want to make it too big. For this, it was a little more like hard because the paper was so thick, so I did need like a bigger needle, biggest needle I've ever used for bookbinding, and I did have the holes a little bit large so that I could push the needle through, but it worked out, and I'm really happy with it. I really like how it turned out, and it's really fun. I definitely recommend you try this if you're interested. The thread I'm using is hemp. You can use like regular embroidery thread, but I like hemp because it's like, I don't know, it's like strong, and it's just, I don't know, I have some pretty colors. I got a pack of like these like pastel-y ones. They're like yellow, blue, pink, and purple, but I thought the yellow would look really pretty with like this cover since it has this sort of like gold color. And I did blue for Artemystiks. And yeah, so I really enjoy bookbinding. I kind of just want to like make another one, even though I already have enough. But they're so fun. They're really fun to make, and even though this is tiny, like I love it. And if I'm just flipping through what I had done when I recorded this, which I bought a bunch of the Marabou art crowns off of Blick. They were not like super cheap, but I was like, I want them. Like, I'm just gonna fill out my collection a bit with all these pretty colors, and mostly like the purples and the pinks and the blues are what I really like, because I'm like super into purple, pink, and blue right now. That's like my color combo. I don't know why, but I keep using it, especially in like watercolors. Oh, so pretty. But anyways, so I sort of put off doing this piece for a long time, and I'm sorry that it took a while. I actually played with the art crowns like a bunch and bought like new colors and stuff, because I actually like the colors that I bought way more than the set. Like, there's nothing wrong with primary colors, but using them together, it doesn't always, like, I don't know, it's not always like the kind of color combo that I want. Like, I would preferred to use like purples, blues, and pinks for this, or even like yellow and pink, and I don't know, but like it was just a little too much. Plus I forgot that I had the ink tints pencil, so I was like, oh crap, I gotta use that too. And I did like a little thumbnail, and I didn't really like how it turned out, because I knew like I was gonna do mushrooms and like make like, I don't know, some sort of green thing come down, but then I was like, oh, how do I use this ink tints pencil? So I was like, maybe I'll do like a black sun or like a black moon or like something, I don't know. And I don't really care for this piece, honestly. It only took like 15 minutes, but I pretty much did it just so I could do the Paletteful Packs prompts, but like that color combo, I just don't really, I wouldn't really use that for like anything else, but I like the mushrooms a lot, so the mushrooms are really fun to do. I like mushrooms. So I hope you guys like that. I really like the Marabou art crowns, and the ink tints pencil is cool. It's just like in a dark color that is not really, doesn't really go with my art. And bookbinding was super fun. If you guys are interested, yeah, I totally recommend it. And I liked this box a lot, even though I don't care for the piece that I made. I like the art crowns a lot. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching my video. Thank you especially to my patrons, Ezsithyn, Artemystik, Kim, Rhian, Jill, and Ashley. You guys are the best, and I love you so much. Thank you all, and I hope you're having a great day. Bye everyone. Stay safe.